Sometimes I ask myself, when is enough enough? When does a penny drop? When do you get a message that says it's about time that I change my life? Because the path that I seem to be on is not bearing the fruits that I was expressing. I'm saying this because I have seen people who constantly inflict pain on themselves. I've seen people who have pushed their dreams backwards, either because of fear, either because of they are lethargic now to life, or they do not dream at all. But the question still remains, at what point do you say enough is enough? Because until you come to that point where you say enough is enough, no amount of goal setting, no amount of daydreaming, no amount of expectation, no amount of prayer is going to change your situation. So in this video today, I would like to challenge you to say enough is enough. Because nobody is going to say that statement for you. Nobody is going to follow up with the action that follows that particular statement for you to say enough is enough. The penny has dropped and I've got to pivot and take my life in a different direction. My name is Botaki Hlalele from Dreams Made Possible, where we cultivate personal mastery, self-worth and leadership in others. And in this video, just like many other videos, we'd like you to subscribe, click that notification button so that you get similar types of videos so that you can become the best version of yourself. Let's get to the nub of it. And I think change comes with asking ourselves pertinent questions. And the first question that I would like us to zoom into is, what if God blesses you to live up to 85 years of age? And let's assume that today you are 30 years of age, you are 39, you are 40, you are 45, and you still struggle to do things for yourself. You still maybe do not even want to challenge yourself so that you can change your life. What will happen in the next 40 years if you are 40? What type of life are you going to lead? So this question that I'm posing, that I'm encouraging you to pose to yourself, is actually challenging you to start with the end in mind. How do you want to see your life when you are 80? How are you going to sustain so that you get to that point of 80? So if you ask yourself that question and you reflect deeply on it, I truly believe that you are going to look at your circumstances now and say, the things that I'm doing today are not the things that are going to give me the type of life that I require or I need when I hit the year of 80. Or some of the things that I'm currently doing are not enough for me to get to the type of life that I require. What is it that I need to change at this moment to create that life that I require? But also, it's a very, very pertinent question that you should ask yourself and say, and let yourself actually to feel how it would feel when you get to 80 with you not having done the things that you are supposed to be doing. And don't even say, no, I'll work hard to be able to change my life so that when I get to 80, I'm a different person. My encouragement to you is allow yourself to get into that emotional state where you haven't done things that you wanted to do and you are now at 80. What is it that you are feeling now? Live with those emotions for a moment. What are you feeling? Are you frustrated? Do you think that is the end of the world? Do you feel disappointed? Feel that emotion. Stay with that particular emotion, because immediately as you stay with that emotion and you allow it to simmer inside your body, then you should be able to open your eyes and ask yourself, is that the feeling that I want when I reach that stage of my life? So it starts with that first question. The second question that I want you to ask yourself is, do you want to give the burden to your children? You know, most of us come from backgrounds where we had to do stuff for our parents, and our parents come from that era where they used to say that children are an investment, so they take us to school so that we can be able to take care of them. I said it in one of the videos, but I would like you to really ponder on that. What type of future do you want to create for your children? Is it a future where they are going to stand up for themselves and do things for themselves so that they can have a better life? Or do you want your children to come and take care of you and create this vicious cycle that is taking you and your family and your extended family nowhere? So once you ask yourself those pertinent questions, you must be saying, what is it that I'm going to do today so that I can be able to change the life of my children and my life now, so that later in life, they are not obliged to come and carry me through. And it all lies in the decisions that we make today. We can be technical about it, we can rationalize about it, but the decisions that we make today determines whether our children are going to end up in that vicious cycle and having to carry us. So it is a question that I would like you to stand back and ask yourself. What type of future do I want for my children and their families? Am I going to be that father-in-law, that mother-in-law who now comes in between my children in their marriage because they are obliged to take care of me because I failed to take care of myself? Because that is where the nub is. It's about the failures that you commit now, the things that you are not doing that you should be doing, that will then be transposed into the lives of your children. Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself these tough questions, hard as they may be, but you don't want to be at that old age. And deep down in your heart, you would be knowing that I am here because I failed, not because my children are not doing stuff for me. So it is from that point that I'm asking myself. So think of your children so that they don't find themselves in that situation. The third question that I want you to ask yourself is, do you want to be a basket case of everyone, including the government? The decisions that we make today, the careers that we should study for, the jobs that we should protect, the investments and savings that we should do about our money are all important for us to determine where we want to end in our lives, either post-retirement or when we are at that age that I mentioned earlier. I'm just using 80 as an example. But it starts with the decisions that we make today. If you've got an opportunity to study for something, go after it so that you can change your life. You might have an entrepreneurial mindset and you don't want to work, but it takes time for any business to really stand up and run independently on its own. But in the meantime, what is it that you're going to do so that you do not become a basket case of everything that is out there? There are certain things in life that we have to do even if we don't like it. You might not even like corporate, but sometimes you have to go through 9 to 5 to be able to invest into your future dream. There are people who actually wanted to become doctors, but they had to start somewhere. They did not like starting there, but they started there because they understood that is the investment that they needed to be able to get to a bigger dream. So if you don't take those decisions, you'll ultimately become a basket case. I personally do not want to end with social grants from the government. Yes, I don't know what life will hold for me into the future, but I know the decisions that I'm making now are the decisions that are aimed at making sure that I do not become a basket case of the government, of my children, of my family. Because I believe that as adults, we have to be independent and we need to go to a stage where we become interdependent with others and be able to sustain ourselves. So think about these 3 questions and think about what is it that you're going to do to be able to change your situation. Because the last question brings all these 3 questions together, and you need to ask yourself, why are you on this earth? You are not on this earth by accident. You are on this earth because there's something greater that you need to do. But you have got to find that out yourself. You can ask valuable questions from those closer to you. You can ask those valuable questions from your mentor. You can ask yourself that question to say, what is it that I'm good at? Why am I on this earth? Why am I not fulfilling the purpose for which I am on this earth? And until you answer that question, you are going to find yourself repeating your pain over and over. And once you repeat a pain over and over, that's how you create suffering in your own life. You have to come to the point where you say, enough is enough. Where you say, the penny has dropped from me. There is no level lower than this level where I am for me to be able to change my life. I'm not going to do it for you. Your neighbor is not going to do it for you. Your spouse is not going to do it for you. Your children are not going to do it for you. But you are the one who's going to draw a line that says, enough is enough. It ends here, and I am going to do something about my life. Because currently where I am is not where I'm supposed to be. My friend, if you really like what I said, if it resonates with you, please share so that we can be able to build this community of dreamers. Please comment so that we can learn from your experience and help somebody to become the greatest version of themselves. Butaki Hlalele from Dreams Made Possible. Enough is enough, and you can do it.